Hello everyone, it's Lydia. I have another Halloween mini album to share with you guys. I think this is my third one this year. I'll probably get maybe 2 or 3 more done. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll make some cards, some Halloween cards with the leftovers from the several collections I've used so far. Anyway, for this one I used Mischievous line by My Mind's Eye. And here are the papers. I found it very strange that there was no green in here. That kind of drove me a little crazy. And there's baby blue, which I love baby blue, but I'm just not used to seeing these colors for Halloween collections. Very pretty papers, and I also used the accessory sheet. They look like that. And I used chipboard pieces. I really love the chipboard because there's several pieces that you can use as a title, like that one there, Halloween, that Trick or Treat chipboard banner. You can use Little Spook, Mischievous as your title for the 31st. You can put her on your cover. I chose this piece here that says Happy Halloween for my title. So the cover is a little busy, although the scrapbook itself is pretty simple. I'm a simple scrapbooker. I like things simple. So I used some burlap up here. I got this huge roll from Michaels. And I don't know how everyone else adheres it, but it frays so easily. I had a piece here, I don't know what I did with it. It frays really easy. So what I use is this Elmer's Craft Bond spray adhesive. And you just spray the back of it and then carefully put it on your paper. And if it feels a little tacky when you put it on, don't worry about it. Just let it dry before you layer anything else on it, and it'll be okay. So it's a paper bag album, and I used the Celebrated orange paper sacks from Michaels, and they measure 4 5/8 by 8 5/8, but I cut the top because it's a vertical paper bag album I made. I cut them to 7 inches. Okay, so let's get started. On all the background papers I machine stitch a straight stitch in black. I like machine stitching, so it's just so relaxing to me. And this is from the collection. I used their brads. I forgot to show you that. Here's the brad collection. Very pretty brads. Nice size. So I used some of their brads. So this one says 31 on it, 31st. And then what I did here was this piece was from the accessory sheet, and if you look here, like her hat, the tip of her hat is cut off. So what I did was I used that piece, and then I went to the chipboard, and the chipboard has a hat. So what I did was I layered it right on top of her head. It matched perfectly, and it gives it nice dimension. And this is a piece of paper that I cut to size from the paper collection. Then I have one of my spiders here, my 3-dimensional spiders. And this arrow came with the collection, but I knew I was going to use more arrows throughout the mini, so I kept it as a template so that I can cut out my other arrows that I used throughout the mini. And I added some bling on there. And then there's another piece back here. You can't really see it. That was also from the accessory sheet. So I layered that there. Then I put the chipboard piece for my title. Good for that. And then these flowers I purchased from Frog Feathers, and they were like a very light rose. And I kept the netting on it. Usually I cut the netting off and I cut the flowers individually, but I kept them both together. And I kept the netting on there, and I glimmer misted it with what color is this? Black Magic. And it turned out very well. I like the color. And I used my Bind It All. I added some ribbon here, some lace orange ribbon, spooky eyes. I have some black lace trim here. And on the pin I put some black and orange beads, and I added a ghost. So that's the cover. Really cute. So on the first page, this is the banner paper, which was this one here, and I just cut the strips. It was time consuming, but I really liked the results on it. And I pop dotted them onto the banner, the existing banner on the paper, and I did some glossy accents. Then I wanted to put in like a little blue on this page to kind of tie it into this next page. So I just added this pretty blue ribbon here by the banner. And then this piece here, this is a Boo chipboard piece that was from the chipboard sheet. And here's another arrow, and I added some buttons. Then this next page, this is Happy Halloween. And I made that into a little pocket so I can add this tag. That was from the collection, and I used the pretty brad there from the collection. That goes back in there. And then this button, that was also from the collection, and I just put some little ribbon, twine, whatever that is there. And then this chipboard piece, this came from the dollar store, like the big sheets with different chipboards, and I don't care what's on it because I sand it and I paint it and I do what I want to do to it, so it doesn't matter. If you see them, pick them up. You can always alter them. And I added some glossy accent here and this ribbon. And oops, photo can go in there. So here are the next two pages. We have the owl, and I added a little Prima flower here, and I watercolored it orange, and I put a little drop here, a black drop. And then there's a flower, I glimmer mist it, and I added a chipboard button from the collection, and then I just tied in a little ribbon on there. You have room for a photo here, journal here, or journal here. And then the 31, this was basic gray stickers that matched well with the collection, and I glimmer misted it. So that's that page. And then this is the pocket page, short page. And this was actually the bottom of the paper that you cut off, the barcode, and I just cut the word out. Why waste it, right? And I glued it there. And then this has a tag. This is a stamp. I think that was from Michael's, from the dollar bin. It says, "Have a bloody good Halloween." I put a brad there from the collection. And there's the banner paper. Okay. And here are some pumpkins from the collection. And I just added these three little tags here for journaling, and I used one of their brads. There. So this next page, I made a pocket page. Here's the arrow again. I cut it out from the orange paper. And this came with the collection. And here's another tag. And I just added some orange ribbon there. So that goes back in there. And then on this page, very simple, this was from the collection, and I glossy accent, and I pop dotted it. And then I made this file folder, and I added these little beads to spell Boo. And there's another arrow. So that's a good spot for photos or journaling. And that's being held there by a paper clip and some orange seam binding. So this is an envelope that I altered. these pieces were from the collection. This one and the owl, and I glossy accent on him. And here's a tag, just batty about Halloween. So, good storage. Okay, what's next? Page. On this side, this is another piece from the collection, October 31st. And this pumpkin, chipboard pumpkin. And here's the arrow again. And it points to the best costume page. So this is from the collection, and you can put a photo here, journal here, put a photo here. And I'll include this little template. You just center and glue your photo on there, and then flip it over, X-Acto knife it. If you don't have an X-Acto knife, just cut it as close as you can to the corner with a pair of scissors, then flip it back over, and then carefully on the edges with the nail file just file it down, and then you'll be able to just pop this piece right in there. So I added a little orange flower here. This page, here's some more burlap, and this chipboard piece from the collection, Trick or Treat. And this is an E-line flower, and I used some watercolor on it because I needed an orange flower and I didn't have one. And then I added some ribbon on the back, and I used one of their large brads in the center. Okay, this page, here's another pocket, short page. This is, I think this is a recollection sticker, 3-dimensional. And there are 2 tags in here. This one is from the collection. I stamped rest in peace. And then here's the other one. They're double-sided papers. And I just used a clip with some pretty ribbon on there. It goes back in there. And then over here, this is I Love Candy page. So this is the other side of the short page, and I did glossy accents again here, and a pop dot at the corner. That corner came with the collection. And then I added some 3D candies. I think these are recollections also. And I did some glossy accents on the lollipop. And then here's I Love Candy. I think that's recollections also. And this is on a pop dot, this photo mat here, so I could tuck in these tags I made. It has the cute owl, the brad with an owl on it, and then this smaller one. Double-sided paper, so pretty. And then these are the last 2 pages, and I didn't put anything on it. You can stick photos down on here, but I thought this would make a great journaling. 2 pages for the month of October, countdown to Halloween, and you could write down like when you went to buy costumes, when you went to buy candies, when you baked your cupcakes, made candy apples, attended parties. So that's what I had in mind, but you can just use it to place your photos. I left a spot here for a photo, and glossy accents on the pumpkins. There's another corner there. And this is the back of the mini. So that's what I just finished. Post your questions, subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you. Bye.